William Mark Alley was the director of the Davidson County Museum of Art in North Carolina for 5 years. He resigned from his position on February 2nd, 2000, after being confronted by coworkers regarding $14,750 that was missing from the museum's bank accounts. Alley was last seen leaving his office at approximately 11 a.m. His wife reported him as a missing person when he failed to pick up their young child from the babysitter's home. He has never been heard from again. Allie left all of his personal belongings at his family's residence on Beck's Church Road in Lexington, North Carolina. His checkbook was found inside the home, and the couple's vehicle was parked in their driveway. He left a note for his wife when he vanished, but its contents have never been released. Authorities issued an arrest warrant for Allie on February 16, 2000, 2 weeks after he disappeared. He was charged with embezzling the missing money from the museum. Investigators are not certain if Allie fled voluntarily or if other forces were involved in his case, but his family believes he met with foul play. His date of birth is May 15, 1966. He would be 57 years old. The age at the time of his disappearance, he was 33 years old. His height and his weight, he was 5'11", 175 pounds. He was wearing a gold wedding band, a thick gold chain necklace, and a gold watch. His clothing is unknown, but he usually wears blue jeans and a brown canvas coat with a leather collar. He was a Caucasian male, red hair, blue hazel eyes. Allie may have a mustache, beard, or a goatee. He goes by his middle name, Mark. He wears contact lenses. If you have any information as to what happened to Mr. William Mark Alley or has seen anything, please contact the proper authorities.
Amy was last seen by her husband of 10 years, James Bridgeman, in a yard at a residence on the 1400 block of Elm Street in South Weldon, North Carolina, around 4:30 a.m. This was on June 24, 2013. After they spoke, he left the residence. At 6:30 a.m., Amy called her husband to ask for $10 because she'd left her purse at their home. He refused to give the money to her, and that was the last time he heard from her. She's never been heard from or seen since. There are few details available in this case. However, it must be noted that supposedly 4 days after she was last seen, on June 28, 2013, her husband James received a text from Amy's phone. Details of this text have never been made public. Amy was reported missing on June 29, 2013. There's also been speculation that Amy may have left town with a long-haul truck driver. Again, speculation. At the time of her disappearance, Amy was 42 years old, stood 5 foot 2 inches tall, and weighed around 180 pounds. Also at the time of her disappearance, she was clad in a white shirt with 4 black stripes and white capri pants. Amy's hair is brown, but she often dyes it black. She has blue eyes. She also has the following tattoos: a cherry tree on her lower back, a zombie on her left shoulder, a naked and bound slave girl on her right shoulder, and the words "true slave" and "pain is beauty" on the back of her neck. If you have any information regarding this case, please contact the proper authorities. April Lacey Lee was last seen in High Point, North Carolina on August 20th, 2019. She was known to be traveling with a man to Huntington, West Virginia. Her travel companion said he left her in Huntington, West Virginia, and moved on to Burlington, North Carolina. She never returned, and she's never been heard from again. Few details are available in April's case. At the time of her disappearance, she was 37 years old, stood 5'7" and weighed between 120 and 150 pounds. April has blonde hair, blue eyes, and both her ears are pierced. If you have any information regarding this case, please contact the Thomasville Police Department 336 475 4260.
Shawn Corneilus Alston was last seen in Graysburg, North Carolina at 11:30 p.m. on October 18, 2012. He went out drinking with a friend and became very intoxicated, to the point that when he tried to walk back to his home in the Warner Bridge Road area near the Virginia state line, he started out going the wrong way and had to be stopped and helped to go in the right direction. He never arrived home and has never been heard from again. Alston's mother, who died in 2016, believed her son may have been robbed and killed on the night of his disappearance. His case remains unsolved. At the time of his disappearance, he was 39 years old, 5'7", 185 pounds. He was wearing a black shirt and khaki cargo pants. Shawn suffers from asthma. He has brown hair and brown eyes.
Bonnie Lena Gitto was last seen on the 100 block of Fairlane Road in Greenville, North Carolina at 2 p.m. on May 18, 2018. She walked out of the residence and simply disappeared, leaving behind her phone, purse, car, money, credit cards, identification, and medication. She wasn't wearing any makeup and her hair wasn't styled at the time of her disappearance. And according to her family, that's very uncharacteristic of her to leave the house that way. Bonnie is originally from Wilmington, North Carolina, and was visiting relatives in Greenville at the time of her disappearance. She also has ties to Rocky Mount and Nash County. The circumstances of her disappearance are unclear. Bonnie at the time of her disappearance was 70 years old, stood approximately 4'11" to 5'1", and weighed around 135 to 155. At the time of her disappearance, she was wearing a blouse, dark blue jeans, and black sandals. Bonnie suffers from a bipolar disorder and needs medication, which she doesn't have with her. Her hair is brown, her eyes are blue. Bonnie's ears are also pierced. She does wear prescription eyeglasses with green and brown frames. If you have any information regarding this case, please contact the proper authorities. Carolyn M. Allen was last seen on the 5000 block of Reagan Drive in Charlotte, North Carolina, sometime in January 2016. She's never been heard from again. She wasn't reported missing until July 2017. Few details are available in her case. At the time of her disappearance, she was 50 years old, stood approximately 5'4" and weighed 145 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding this case, please contact the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department